the topic or subject where people ask questions. If you silence, burn, and quiet questions or conversations, our society will not progress, not the way we want it to. We need to stop banning, censoring, and destroying things that don't uphold white privilege, male heterosexual privilege, or the privilege that mainstream society enjoys. Sometimes we need the uncomfortable truth being revealed that even in today's times, women struggle to have autonomy over their own body. A lot of teenagers get pregnant. When education is abstinence-based, or state laws don't require factual classes, how can we expect women to be amazing leaders and sovereign of their own lives when they have never been taught consent, bodily autonomy? We live in a nation that has no federal laws describing what consent is. Half of the U.S. states don't even have a law in their constitution or on the books that tells explicitly what consent is and what it is not. Half of the U.S. states don't have significant LGBTQ plus protections under the law. Half of the U.S. states don't have sexual orientation listed in their constitution as a possible cause for a hate crime. When somebody is not only in the most persecuted group in America, but they're also members of various other persecuted groups, you get people that are attacked on every side. What about an African American trans woman? What about a Hispanic gay man? Imagine being a member of at least 3 of the most hated, persecuted, biased, discriminated groups on American soil. Imagine their quality of life and their ability to gain health care and access to education and state and local assistance. Some people have completely forgotten about having a good life. Their focus right now is to stay in America because they're afraid to be deported. America will never be a great nation until we stop burning books, we stop censoring things, we stop controlling access to information. Where the majority of people in America support having conversations, talking about things that impact people. And just because something doesn't impact you doesn't mean it's not impacting everybody else. If you have privilege, use that privilege to be an ally. Start a YouTube channel and talk about the injustices that white supremacy does to people. Go out in the community, protest. I saw a lot of protesters in LA a few weeks ago. If you don't let your voice be heard, people will stop talking. And beware of people that use terms like family-friendly, age-appropriate. They're dressing up their bigotry, intolerance, ignorance, and racism with family-friendly terms. We call it whitewashing sterilization. They want to erase the best parts of our society. They want to keep people quiet, intimidate people. They want kids to grow up never understanding that 1 out of 5 people struggle with abuse, sexual orientation, questions, body dysphoria, depression, suicide, abortion choices. Parents in groups that don't want to have these conversations with their kids should not have had kids. It's your duty as a parent to educate your kids about these problems. Your kids should have heard it from their home before they ever hear about it in class. And until we live in a perfect world where no one under 18 is impacted by the realities of life, then we can legitimately stop teaching minors about the realities of life. And the group that is most likely to harm kids in any shade, every activity, 93.6% are men. And more than half of those men are conservative, white, or white adjacent perpetrators. The people who talk about family values, the sanctity of marriage, the nuclear family, family values protect the kids, are most likely to harm your own kids. At least that's what the FBI says. And you can Google those stats. The people who shout the loudest about our children are in danger are usually the people that are putting kids in danger. Ignorance doesn't protect people. Foreknowledge is being... Education is like a sword. If you don't know, you can't defend yourself. Being forewarned is forearmed, as the old saying goes. And knowledge and education are power, which is why the education in this country is a joke. Go to any country, Europe, Asia, South Korea, Japan. They're known for having some of the best education in the world for half the cost. American education is a joke. I lived in Florida for 2.5 years, and they're 48th out of 50 states for education. The goal is to be number 1. States and areas that want to censor, restrict, ban, and burn things, they are intolerant. They're probably racist and homophobic people. And the most unhappy people, the most intolerable people I have ever encountered in 31 years are people who wrap themselves up in family values and age-appropriate behavior. Because when things happen to your kids, it's not censored, it's not banned, and it's sure never avoided. When things happen to kids, it's real. And I'm not saying to tell your kids explicitly. Tell your kids the realities of life. But do it before the professionals do it. Because it's your job, not the school's job. They have to do it because they know parents go out of their way to not do it. The majority of parents out there are negligent when it comes to educating their children. And I've felt the after effects of it. And all the books that have been banned are vital information resources for difference of belief, opinion, political stance, social change, anatomy, sexual revolution, dysphoria. I mean, so many things will never progress in the way toward a good goal if we don't silence or educate people who want to keep people uneducated. Because knowledge is power.